Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night chat. I don't really have a big schedule plan, but I'm sure we'll stumble through these 2 hours pretty good. There's a few things I want to talk about, but they're not very important, and it doesn't matter if we bring them up or not. So, with that, with the panel I have a great panel here, and I'm going to start with the Crazy Scotsman. Would you like to do an intro?
I appreciate you having me on as always, TR. All I got real quick is check out Bald and Curious and his giveaway for 2,000 subs and for CMAX.
Yes, absolutely. I got to check out that myself. Rick, is your six covered? Would you like to do an intro, man?
Yeah, appreciate the invite. Hello, everybody out there in the external as well. And yeah, you guys definitely get over, check out Bald and Curious. And actually, the Crazy Scotsman, he added quite a nice little item to the winnings. So make sure you get over there and check that out for sure. You will be very impressed, and all the proceeds go to CMAX. So we love CMAX, and God bless them. So talk to you guys soon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna keep nudging this along because it's a very just cause. It's a very there's I don't know, of all the fundraisers I've been involved with, I think this one is one of the most selfless causes I've seen, because any money that's raised, he already started his own fundraiser account, and everything is always just pointed that way. Don't go through me. Don't go through Coda Boy. Don't go through Crazy Scotsman. It don't go through anybody. It's like, look, you want in on this? Give Chris some money. Period. That's just the way it is. And anything that's given away comes out of our pocket. So any money raised goes straight to Chris. Anything gave away comes straight out of our pockets. I don't know how more honest you can get. So, with that being said, let's move on. Blue 823, the Deer Slayer.
Yeah. That's one thing. Apparently, I just have to leave my GoPro and shit at home whenever I go out hunting, because the only time that a deer gets taken out is whenever I don't have my GoPro with me. I mean, that's been that way. I think I've been doing those videos for 3 years now. I think it's been 3 years. And if I got the GoPro on, I don't see shit. The day I forget it or something goes wrong, if that's the day I get one. But anyway, with the CMAX thing, just let everybody know, I've had a couple people send me a PM asking if I was going to do an unboxing video on the prize pack that I had won. Basically, I'm just still waiting for some items to come in, which I'm well aware of. No issues with that. I just ordered the lower. It was last week at some point. I don't. Maybe Scotsman can say the exact date. I don't know, but I ordered it. It's being shipped to the FFL, and then I think that's pretty much it. I think, Scotsman, is that the last thing I'm waiting for before I do an unboxing?
I just got to send you the ammo. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Everybody knows what ammo looks like, so maybe I'll just once I get the lower, I'll do an unboxing video, because people are getting kind of antsy, like, hey, I put into this, you know, where are you going to do an unboxing, this, that, and you know, nobody's like pressuring. They're like, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? We didn't see a video, so I'll put that up here. It's probably going to be about 2 weeks, because I got another week of hunting season, and I will be in the woods, so I'm going to cut out early tonight so I get to get to bed so I can go out tomorrow. But it's a great cause. That video's coming, and anybody that's been doing videos for the last week, I'm not going to see them, because now I literally hunt, come home, edit, put up the video, go to bed, wake up, hunt, edit the video, go to bed. So that's been my routine for the last week. But glad to be here. Glad to see everybody in the external. And there's also another unboxing video I'm going to do, which is top secret. Can't say who sent it. Can't really put too much into it. But damn, I mean, I've gotten some nice things from YouTubers, but this one, for the sentimental value, kicks ass. And I know TR knows what I'm talking about. So, all right, let's rock and roll, boys.
Yeah, I had him on the phone and forgot to ask him about that. But anyway, hey, Greg, what's up, man? Out there in YouTube land. I guess I'll say the little elephant in the room, the verdict. We'll get political just for a little bit, and then we can talk about guns and horse shit and strippers or whatever. I don't care. The verdict in California with the illegal alien that had been deported 5 times. Accidentally, he even admitted it was accidentally. He shot the girl and got off. I won't say scot-free because it looks like they're still going to charge him with firearm charges or something like that. That, you know, could get him a few years in jail or whatever, which is better than nothing. But I mean, come on. I mean, you couldn't even convict him of involuntary manslaughter. If I shot somebody, come on, really? I mean, I get that they couldn't tell the jury that he was a felon and that he had been deported 5 times and he had the gun illegally. I get that. I've been on a jury a few times. But I don't know who fucked the pooch on this. Who fucked that up? Did the prosecutor go after the wrong charges where he had to? This is kind of what I'm thinking. The prosecutor went for murder charges, so he had to prove intent to murder. Is that where the problem was, or is it just a breakdown of our judicial system? Period.
Can you give some of the backstory about what actually happened?
Well, supposedly, now I could be wrong on this. Supposedly, because the guy, the illegal immigrant that was brought up on charges, actually said or confessed that he shot the gun, but it was a unintentional discharge, and it may or may not have ricocheted off a building, hit a girl that was walking down the sidewalk with her dad. The what is it, Julia Stein, I think is her name. Case is a pretty big case, and killed her. And she died in her dad's arms. Guy's been deported 5 fucking times, multiple felonies. Here he is again. Even though it could have been a accidental discharge. But I'm pretty sure, and this is where I say the prosecutor might have fucked up going for murder charges. Maybe he should have went after manslaughter right off the bat. Because he did, because he set himself up with murder charges that he intended to murder her, and the defendant flat out said he accidentally shot the gun. And so they had to improve intent to murder the girl, and he ended up getting off. I won't say scot-free because, like I say, I think federal prosecutors are going after the illegal firearm charges. Is in California, in a sanctuary city.
Yeah, felony possession.
Yeah, felony possession. I think they're going after that. But, you know, maybe because it was kind of a big deal nationally. I mean, even Trump tweeted about it and stuff. But at the same time, if they went after flat out murder charges and he said, hey, I accidentally shot it, because I've seen some stories that actually ricocheted off a building and hit her.
It was
Go ahead, Rick.
The stuff I was watching about it. First off, his first statement originally when law enforcement showed up was that, from what I heard, was before he changed his whatever, his plea or whatever, not his plea, but his story was that he had found the gun, and then he saw like a not a walrus, a seal, and he was basically going to shooting at it. Well, then he changed that story to it was an accidental discharge. But the some of the things, because I was watching the case when it went actually I was sitting right here. They said that I guess there was a chair or a bench, and they were on a pier, Blue, like a pier, into the ocean kind of deal, like right along the water. And there was a chair, there was a gun that was lost by an agent. I think it was I can't remember what department it was, FBI or whatever. But anyways, there was a stolen gun that was found wrapped in like a cloth underneath a seat, like a bench, and he had just found it. And so that was the one thing. But then what they said was, because of where it was at, San Francisco being being the place you want to be if you're an illegal alien right now, the whole state of California basically now, a sanctuary city. But my point is you had that type of left-wing kind of liberal thoughts and processes of how they wanted to portray this. But then they were also, you had to think, if they want to keep their sanctuary city, they really had to figure out what they wanted to do as an answer, because this could help build the wall very fast, depending on the outcomes of this. So they're basically like very trying to figure it out, how would be the best way to, what would you call it? Basically figure out what penalty that they should get. But then the other thing I heard was that it sounded like the lawyers didn't give the jury enough ways that they could have went with it, like first degree murder, they didn't give them all the little options. So they basically had come up with what that was. They didn't talk about it enough, I guess, in the court. The defense attorney didn't say, there wasn't enough information given to the court, was the other possible reason. So that's what I heard.
Yeah, see, here it's, first degree murder is, it might vary state to state, but first degree murder is, all right, Rick, you fucked my wife and I'm pissed, and I make a plan to come find you after the fact and I shoot you. That is first degree murder. Second degree murder is, I walk in the house and you're actively fucking her, and I lose my mind and just out of impulse shoot you. There was no plan. It was just, I went nuts. And third degree murder is any negligent act that ends in someone's death. I don't
see, and that's the one that they didn't know, because it was an accidental discharge. Anywhere should be the United States, if you have an accidental discharge, but there's a murder a death attached to it, you were gonna get one of those three, depending on if you had a plan, if you didn't have a plan, and then if you just accidentally discharged but there was a death. So they never even got to that. The thing, though, he should have at least gotten the third one, is what they were saying. But it was like the jury never even knew that there was that available. So it wasn't because he didn't make a plan, and it wasn't the first two, basically, to keep it short. So they didn't know where to go. It was like, okay, well, he's a felon with a gun. Okay, we'll call it that. With the possession of a firearm.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It either sounds like it was a political deal to keep it towed down, or somebody just really, really messed up. I mean, I don't know what else to say with it. I mean, that's somebody's dead, and I mean, there's very, very, very few circumstances as to where charges should not be brought. I mean, and this is the worst case scenario. I'm down here in my basement, and I'm cleaning a gun, and I'm literally just cleaning a gun, and I load it and do something stupid, and a bullet goes up through the floor, hits somebody. You know, is that a murder charge? I highly doubt they would go with that. But if you're in a public place with a gun you found, being a dumbass, shooting at a seal or whatever, you're already breaking laws. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it should have. Yeah, that's
what's tough about it, because they couldn't use a lot of the information that would have been great, you know. And what sucks about it is basically San Francisco PD was told by their city council or whatever not to tell ICE about this. He basically had gotten out, and I don't know how many days later, maybe the same, I can't remember that part, but all that happened very shortly after he was released from prison or jail again.
And that's the other bullshit thing about I understand the right to a fair trial, and you're not allowed to bring up a defendant's criminal history for what is going on right now. But if I mean, different scenario, but you have a guy that's been convicted of, you know, some type of a sexual assault, and then in deviant sexual intercourse, all of a sudden there's rape, and you're not allowed to bring that shit up whenever he's being accused of raping somebody else. I think that you make your own bed, you sleep in it. If you've been convicted of it in the past, you're convicted. That's all there is to it. You should be able to bring that up. It's up to the evidence, the prosecution, everything else to prove that you did it this time. However, if there's like that little sliver missing, and you know you're that serial rapist, boom, 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 it just makes sense that, to me at least, that the jury should be able to not hinge their verdict on it, but know that it has happened in the past. There's been convictions in the past. There's evidence in the past, and everything met 100% what this guy has done in the past to this one. And I think that way.
Yeah, but what San Francisco showed the world was they care more about being a sanctuary city than protecting their own citizens within their boundaries. You got some douchebag that's been deported 5 fucking times, and coming back.
You hit it right on the head right there. 5 fucking times. Number 2, he should never have fucking been here. They should have just took care of the issue right there. So it's obviously a failure in the system, because hey, I'm legal. This guy fucking 5 times and committed multiple felonies. Multiple. So
yeah, they're basically telling the world that they care more about illegal immigration and being a sovereign city. It's not sovereign city, a sacred city, sanctuary city, Jesus, that they care more about that than the people that actually pay the taxes, live there legally, and all that. And you know, the poor gentleman that had to sit there and hold his dead daughter on the freaking pier, you know, what does that show to him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Well, and I think the other thing, and we can get a little bit off tangent here, not really, but okay, you got California. I won't say it's the most gun restrictive state in the union, but it's, by God, it's a top 5 for fucking sure. All right.
Hell yeah.
You know, they're all anti-gun, not the population, but the state, the government. Anti-gun as hell. Here you got a guy accidentally shoots a gun. We'll just say he accidentally shot it. You know, for shits and grins. Kills somebody. Here you are in one of the most gun restrictive fucking states in the union. This guy accidentally shoots somebody, and they're like, since he's a illegal immigrant, they're like, well, that's okay. Really?
Yeah. They would hang everyone.
You're okay with an illegal immigrant fucking killing somebody, even if it's an accident, with a gun that's fucking stolen. He's illegal to fucking own. You're okay with that. And the jury says, well, that's okay because he's an immigrant. Are you fucking shitting me?
Exactly. That's exactly. If you were a law-abiding citizen that had a concealed carry permit, and for some reason, you know, you got a shitty holster or whatever the case is, or maybe you fell off your chair and it landed back, I don't know, whatever. The whole, you know, the gun came out and for some godforsaken magic reason that shouldn't have ever happened, it fired and did that, you would be in the tightest prison of the, you'd be gone. You'd be locked up, key gone, boom.
What it would do if you had a concealed weapon permit and that did happen, whatever stupid, the craziest fucking scenario that could happen and your gun went off, they would be fighting for, oh, we can't have concealed weapon permits and these people should not be able to carry a gun. No, illegal immigrant fucking fires off a round. Well, fuck, we gotta let him go. I mean, he didn't know no fucking better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me as a go through FBI fucking background check, get my fingerprints, do a fucking test. I mean, I got to fucking qualify. I got to go through a class. If I accidentally shot somebody, they'd throw me under the fucking jail. And then go after the whole concealed weapon permit thing altogether, nationwide.
Yep. I agree.
The hypocrisy is just fucking so thick it just pisses me off.
Now, this has nothing to do with the story at hand, but do you guys have any idea what his past felonies were? Were they firearm convictions?
Drug related. They were drug related.
They were drug related. I don't know if there was any other firearms one, but I know most of them, like Rick said, were drug related.
Well, even with a drug related offense, part of your conditions of your arrest is they point out, you know, they flat out tell you, you cannot have a firearm, you cannot own a firearm. Illegal immigrants coming across should know you are not allowed to legally have a goddamn firearm. So as soon as he picked it up and took possession of it, that alone should be enough to up the ante in this case. If he's been a convicted felon that many times, he fucking knows he should have absolutely no. I don't give a shit if it is, oh shit, look, there's a gun. I'm going to be good Samaritan. I'm going to call the cops and say, hey, look, I found this stolen gun. Come get it from me. Don't touch it. You fucking sit there and watch it and call the cops or fucking walk away. You know?
Yeah.
See, that's one of the holes in our justice system. And I don't know all the ins and outs of it, just what little bit of, if nothing else, it should have been brought up that he was an illegal alien. That wasn't a prior crime. That was a current crime. The fact that he had a gun illegally should have been brought up in court. Like I said, I've been to court. I understand that you can't bring up past convictions, you know, just to protect your rights, even though I don't think illegal immigrants have any constitutional rights. But all right, we'll put that to the side. Illegal immigrant with an illegally possessed gun, that should have been presented in court because that was part of the crime.
Yeah. And the way they get away with that, TR, is whenever they go to a trial, even though let's say you were charged with, you know, murder, drug possession, illegally owning a firearm, and the illegal alien status. A lot of times what these attorneys will do is, all right, we're willing to make a plea deal on the possession of the firearm, the being here illegally, but yet we want to have a trial on having the drugs and having murdered somebody. Now that they've made that plea before they go to a trial, they can't bring up anything to do with the other two charges, which is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. If you're gonna take a plea deal, it's either all or nothing, or you go to trial on every single charge, and then all the facts get to be brought in as to, you know, and it doesn't matter. I don't care what felony you've been convicted of. You know, I agree with the part that maybe you can't say, you know, he's been convicted of reckless endangerment. He's been convicted of, you know, shooting off, you know, just wildly, whatever like that. However, you should be able to show enough proof that says, all right, he's a felon. Ding. He's not allowed to possess. Here's our proof that he's a felon. You don't have to say what it is, but here's the proof. He had a firearm. Boom. Here's the proof. Somebody ended up dead. Here's the proof. He had the drugs. Here's the proof. But what they do is, and I don't know how they do it, they make these plea deals, they whatever, to where some of the charges don't get brought up during the trial, and the judge will have a non-jury trial on those charges. That's bullshit. If you're going to get arrested for something and take a hearing, it's all or nothing. That's the way it should be. All or nothing in front of a jury or a judge. If you decide to take a non-jury trial, do it that way. But
you know what though? And I'm probably going to get a lot of pissed off people at this comment, but you only get those rights if you're a legal citizen. If you're not, you shouldn't get those rights. You haven't deserved them. You haven't earned them. If you want to go through the process and all that, then you should be able to have those rights. But you're some douchebag from another country coming in. Just like if I went to Mexico, like I know, plain and simple, never bring a gun to Mexico. Like, that's a rule. We all know this. Just like it's a rule if you're a felon not to be in possession of a firearm. But we should be able to say everything that was on his rap sheet.
Mm-hmm.
This is his 5th time coming across the border. Blah, 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 blah-de-blah.
No.
And that's where there's a major fail in the system. Like, the second time he come across the border, it should have ended there. Should have ended right fucking there. There shouldn't have been a 3rd fucking time, a 4th fucking time, a 5th fucking time, and now someone's fucking dead. That's bullshit.
First time, first offense, you get your hand cut off because that way it makes it harder to climb over the fence.
That's right.
Second time, the other hand. Then it really makes it hard. If you can make it over on the 3rd time, then we cut one of your
It's
legs.
real simple, man. Build the fucking wall.
Exactly.
I know that seems hard ass and they kind of half ass joking, but I'm serious. Yeah, what they're saying is we need to fucking crack down on that. Period. America is the easiest country to get into. We allow the most immigrants to become citizens than any other country in the fucking world. I know in Europe they got a big fucking problem right now, but they're not allowing them to be citizens. They're just allowing immigrants in. And look at that fucked up mess. Is that what you really want here? I mean, these libtard fucking PC fucking gender fluid fuckers just need to fucking take a chill pill and sit down and shut the fuck up.
No, they just need to fuck off and die. Let's just say how it is.
Actually,
we're gonna go all out. Just fucking say it how it is.
Yeah, if we're gonna get stupid crazy, yeah, you might as well
don't
go.
fucking PC the fucking chat. None of that bullshit. Fuck that.
That's it. Everybody gets a hand grenade. Fuck them all.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, I mean, this shit's getting, and it has a lot to do with the sanctuary city and the mindset of that jury. You know, it's like, really? I mean, are you that fucking brainwashed that you couldn't? It doesn't matter. I mean, I could go out, even stone cold sober, if I really fucked up driving to work. I'm in a hurry to go to work. So I'm speeding. I'm fucking hauling ass. And I T-bone somebody running a red light or a stop sign or something like that. They can bring me up on manslaughter charges and I would be guilty of it. You know? How is it so fucking hard to realize it should have been known? I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. It should have been known that he was here illegally. As soon as they heard that he was here illegally, he had a firearm, he discharged it, it killed somebody. How in the fuck can you say it was an accidental discharge and he's not guilty? He was here illegally. He had a firearm illegally. He shot somebody, whether he intended to or not. That's 3 strikes right there.
I could tell you the outcome would have been much different in Texas and in Arizona. I believe.
No, and I absolutely agree with what TR just said and what Rick was kind of, alluding to. The laws that are set up in this country are for the protection of the United States citizens, not the illegals. And I'll say it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, when they're getting more rights than the average American citizen because they're illegal and everybody wants to cater. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind people doing it the right way at all. That's kind of how this country was founded, but do it the right damn way. Don't be an illegal. That's the whole word that they should have figured out. Like, being illegal
let's just say how
is
it
illegal.
is. I mean, I came in the right way. Bald & Curious came in the right way. Altanda came in the right way. The amount of paperwork and bullshit that we have to go through in order to, everyone fucking laughed me. The amount of paperwork and bullshit that we got to go through is ridiculous. So, but you do it because you want to be here and you want to do it the right way. But when it turns around and they're getting more rights than I fucking have, and I'm fucking paying the fees, I'm fucking doing all the shit that I need to go through, jump through all the fucking hoops, drive fucking 3 hours one way to go fucking do whatever I got to do, and then drive fucking 3 hours back and all this other bullshit. And they come across the fucking border and do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it. There's a big fucking problem.
And guess what, Scotsman? Now you're paying for their defense. You are paying for their housing.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
You would have been way better ahead just to do this shit under the table.
Well, I mean, and this is true even from immigrants from Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, wherever, even anybody in South America that's come over and went through the process legally, they are fucking pissed with these open borders. They're pissed because they're in the same boat you are, Scotsman, or Bald & Curious, everybody else. I mean, they actually went through the process. They're trying their best to do it the right way. And when they see our government just say, well, okay, that's okay. We'll let these just, people come over and then we'll give them amnesty. And they're like, fuck you. I was on a waiting list. I did this. I paid this.
It's like
I went through
it's
this
like
class.
Obama.
And you're going to just fucking give them a blanket fucking citizenship? Fuck you.
Yeah, man. It's like when Obama took office, man. He's giving freaking free driver's licenses. You don't have to fucking have anything. Just walk in and get a driver's license. It took me 9 months because I had to wait and paperwork fees and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and the reason they did that, it wasn't to give them a free driver's license. It was to actually, quote unquote, document them. Even though they're undocumented, at least now, and Texas is a big issue with that. I can't tell you how many people I've dealt with in my rural ass area that are illegal immigrants. Well, actually, I don't even want to call them illegal immigrants. They're just illegal to be here. And they have a Texas driver's license or photo ID. I don't want to call it a driver's license. They don't give them permission to drive. It's a photo document. And they're like, oh, yeah, we get these all the time down there just because they want to know who we are. So they have us, quote unquote, documented. And, we're all paying for that, too. And I haven't ran into that in any other state as much as I have Texas. Which it makes sense because it's one of the border, it's along the border, but.
Well, okay. Southern Style 357. My son was hit sitting still at a red light by a drunk illegal alien. Cops let him go because they didn't want to go deal with their paperwork. And I know what you were saying on the border states. That even happens all the way up here in South Carolina. I've heard it several times. even all the way up here in South Carolina, they know they're illegal. They don't have a driver's license. They don't have insurance. They don't even have a fucking tag on the car. They get in an accident. Now, this was a couple of years ago, last time I heard about it. And the cops were like, well, we don't have the funds to deport them. There's no structure to do anything with them. We can't prosecute them. Our hands are tied. There's nothing we can do about it. Now, if me, on the other hand, I'm driving without a driver's license, I don't have a fucking tag on my car, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they take me straight to jail because I got a job. I'll pay my fine. I'll have a lawyer if I need one, or whatever it is, pay the fine. But with an illegal alien that can't speak English, that don't have a tag, don't have a driver's license, don't have anything, they can get in an accident and they just tell them to get the fuck out. Just leave. Bye.
Well, and TR, just to clarify, it's not the local cops that are not doing their job. It's the fucking federal border patrol agents that are not doing their job, or whatever fucking entity does that. Because I'll tell you exactly what happens. That type of deal happens. I arrest the son of a bitch. I take him in, do everything I do, take him to jail, or not. I don't want to say take him to jail, but I get him arraigned in front of a judge the night that it happens. I guarantee that the judge that sees him is going to say, all right, look, you have no permanent address. You're here illegally. You're here. You're this. Denying bail, they go to jail. They go to your county jail. Guarantee that's what happens. I'm going to say 95% of the time for the more serious things. What happens from there is because you have just now started that criminal proceeding with an illegal alien. The feds are involved. The feds pull them out of the county, take them to whatever federal court whatever federal court runs your district. A federal judge then sees them, says, all right, well, this is what you need to do. You need to show up here, here, and here at this point in time, but we're going to release you. And you never see that son of a bitch again. And that happens all the time.
Yeah, that was, I probably didn't say it right, but basically that's the problem, because they know that no matter what we do, it's all for nothing. Now, if you catch TR Prepper and you got a driver's license, he's done the motherfucker's got to go to work, he's got a house, he's got a car. All right, we can charge him, this illegal immigrant that don't have ties to no fucking body or anything ever. Whatever we do, we'll just go through the process. We'll move them around about 5 fucking times, and then they'll just push them out the fucking door. Well, so what they end up doing is just saying, fuck it, leave.
Yeah, it happened to me a couple of years back. I got in an accident. First time I ever had an accident. Guy was freaking illegal. Surprisingly, he pulled over. Cops show up, and they cuff him. I get a ticket. Why do I get a ticket? Because I got the driver's license. I got the insurance. He doesn't have a damn thing. I get ticketed, and I got to pay the damn fees, and I got to pay all my everything from my truck. But this guy gets away with everything. Doesn't have any of that shit.
Even though Scotsman, let me finish what I'm saying. By the sounds of it, you may have been at fault in the accident. However, that son of a bitch shouldn't even have been on the road.
Precisely.
Yeah. I mean, that's a double-edged sword there. I mean, if he wouldn't have been there, you would have never had the accident. However,
well, see, here's the thing. So here's exactly what happened. So basically, I'm behind this guy, and the light changes. Well, he was revving up, and he was literally going to go through the light, and then he decided not to and hits his brakes hard, and there was no way in hell I could stop. And so I ended up rear-ending him.
Well, you know what? And I'll give you guys a story. It's been 15 years ago, so I'm definitely okay with telling this. We had a guy that definitely, well, I don't want to say definitely. We had a guy stop at our local Kmart, and he was buying every single. You guys remember the track phones? Do they still sell those? Remember the track phones where you had to buy a card to activate them, all that shit? He would go around and he would buy every one of those he could. And we ended up the Kmart that we were our jurisdiction is, they just thought something was really messed up that this guy would come in and buy, 50, 75 track phones at a crack. And they called us the one day whenever he was in there, and we were watching, and he didn't use a turn signal, something fucking stupid. And we stop him. I mean, it was something real stupid, but we stop him. He hands us some documentation. He hands us this. He hands us that. We run it through our local dispatch. Dispatch runs it. Everything comes back A-OK. There's no issues. So, basically we let the guy go, but we have all his information. It was like 4 hours later during the shift that all of a sudden we started getting hits. This guy is here legally. He's on this watch list. He's on this. He's on this. It was like, what the fuck? This guy is long gone and is never going to fucking come back here again. But it was like, there was that there again, that was 10, 15 years ago. But I mean, damn, these individuals know that this is the type of shit that's happening and that they're going to get away with it. And we should have taken that guy into custody right there, right then, and held him for the feds, but we didn't know until 4 hours later. Good luck finding him.
All right, let's just go ahead and it's not even an elephant in the room. Do we or do we not need whatever it takes? A fucking wall, put the fucking army on the fucking southern border, whatever it takes. If we stop the illegals from coming in, would it not solve a lot of these fucking problems before we have to worry about our local law enforcement having to worry about it? Just stop them before they fucking come in.
Yeah.
You can't pour into any country in the entire fucking world like you can America. Period.
We need to let our agents do what they're supposed to do, first off.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Give them the freedom to do what they need to do. Quit giving them fucking restrictions. Quit saying, hey, you can only do this, this, and this. But, if it gets to this point, no, you can't do that. No, fuck that. Let them do what they got to do to make sure the borders are protected. Period.
Why don't we leave the border how it is and then run a landmine field about at 50 yards all the way down the whole thing?
No, and I'm not by any means backing North Korea, but look at that North Korean South Korean border.
Fuck yeah. Try getting through that.
They fucking shoot their own. You try to defect and go from North Korea to South Korea, you don't have to worry about the South Korean military shooting your ass. You got to worry about our own military shooting your ass. I mean,
you got tons of retired veterans that are looking for something job. You got tons of veterans that are homeless right now and that could definitely use a job that are trained in that profession.
Put them to work. They're already a trained sniper. Put them up on towers.
They already know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, pay them $15 an hour. Give them a place to fucking sleep, feed their ass, and give them a gun. And I guarantee you, we won't have a fucking border problem anymore.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Oh, but you can't do that. That goes against the United States values.
There's going to be a door. If you go knocking on the door and do it the right way, you can come in.
Exactly. That's it. That is it.
We only let in 1 million immigrants a year, which is more than any other country in the entire fucking world. Okay? If you want to get in, put your fucking name on the list. Bald & Curious is here. Scotsman's here. Fucking El Tendo's here. They went through the process. It's not fucking impossible to do.
No.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible. All you got to do is take the time, fill out the paperwork, do it right, show up at appointments when you're supposed to be there, pay the fees. and just follow the rules and you're good to go. That's it.
Now, did you have to learn like the Bill of Rights or the amendments, or did you have to was there a class or a test or anything?
Only if I do my citizenship. I haven't done citizenship yet. I'm still on a green card. So,
Okay.
but on the green card, I have every right you do, other than the vote. I don't get to vote. That's the only one I don't have. Which for 2020, don't worry, TR. I will be a citizen by that point, and I will be able to vote. So, and just a quick shout out while we're on that subject, guys. Remember, 2020.
Yeah, you can marry
TR for
Amanda.
president.
If you marry Amanda, you automatically become a U.S. citizen.
Negative. Doesn't matter if you get married or not. You do not automatically become a U.S. citizen. You still have to take the test and pay the fees.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
They stopped that shit a long time ago.
Okay,
All right,
well,
so
you should marry her anyways.
I want Scotsman to explain to us, since he's going through the process, what does the green card do versus the citizenship? I mean, obviously, once you get citizenship, you're
Okay, so when you first come into the country, you get what's called a temporary green card or a temporary permit to be here. It's usually good for about a year to 2 years, depending on where you come from. They'll vary. Mine was good for 2 years. It basically has restrictions. So at that point in time, I wasn't able to do a whole lot. Anytime I move, anytime I change something or whatever, they need to know immediately. If I change a job, they need to know I changed my job. All kinds of stuff like that. After that, or during that time, you can go ahead and apply to remove the restrictions. So generally what you want to do is, because of how backed up they are on paperwork, you want to apply about a year in advance, which is what I did. And then you get in, you go in for your meeting, you sit down, you talk. They ask, you still want to be here? Why do you want to be here? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You go through the whole interview stuff, and you say yay or nay, whether you get the restrictions removed and all that good stuff. And then you get a green card that's good for 10 years, which is what I'm on right now. And basically what I get that does is I have every single right you guys have, other than the right to vote. And throughout the entire process, there's a lot of fees, there's a lot of paperwork. I mean, hell, I could probably show you a stack of paperwork this big. That's how much stuff I've had to fill out, send in, fee-wise, all kinds of stuff. I have it all saved in the other room there, but it's literally, I have an entire bag full of just fucking paperwork for me being here.
All right, now, like, what the next question? This actually came out in the chat room. This is not my question, but it is a good question. Just because you have a green card that is good for 10 years and that gives you all the rights except to vote, that makes you can be a legal gun owner. You can do all that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
Gives me every right. I can have a carry permit, the whole 9 yards. The only thing I cannot do is vote.
Now let me add, and this is going to be your personal opinion. This green card is, I think you said 10 years is good for?
10 years. Yep.
Your personal opinion, if you don't go through the citizenship within that 10 years, should everything be revoked and you be sent back, or is there extensions?
No. So basically, let's see. I think I got 2 more years on there. At the end of probably middle of next year sometime, I'll reapply, or I'll apply for do the citizenship test, one of the two. But at that point, I can reapply and I get another one for another 10 years.
So you need to get citizenship.
But what I'm gonna do is, and within this time frame that I still have, is go for my citizenship. And what I'm gonna do is I'll be what's called a dual citizen. So I'm not gonna revoke my citizenship back home. I'll just be what's called a dual citizen. So I'll have citizenship here and a citizenship back home. So anytime I go back home, it's not gonna be an issue.
Okay. But I mean, and this is me asking you straight up. You know, I have no issues with you. I like you, and you know, you're a great guy. Obviously, do you see an issue with the part where you can apply for a green card for 10 years, and then at year 8, year 9, if you have, I mean, you obviously have plans to becoming the citizen or doing the dual citizenship, but these individuals that just want to float along and still have the rights and just, oh, I'm going to reapply. I'm going to reapply. I'm going to reapply for 30, 40, 50 years until
I
they
think,
die.
in my personal opinion, I think there should be a cap on there of 20 years. You can do it 2 times.
Okay.
That would be my personal opinion. If you have not decided within that time frame, you've got some issues.
And I'm not, dude. I hope you know I'm not grilling you. This is just question.
No. You're fine, man. You're absolutely fine.
If you're on the green card right now, and let's say you go out, I mean, I'm not talking you get a DUI. I'm not talking you get picked up because you found a purse and didn't turn in the money. If you go out and you assault somebody, you go out and you pull a gun on somebody, does that, because you are a green card citizen as of right now, does that have any type of different, like, could they revoke your green card? Could they say, all right, look, no, you're an asshole, you're leaving?
If the charge was high enough, they could technically revoke my green card and kick me out. But it'd have to be something that was pretty high up there. You know, like a DUI ain't gonna do it.
Right.
You know, brandishing a weapon probably ain't gonna do it. I may lose my rights to carry a weapon at that point, but it probably wouldn't, you know, get me kicked out.
Right.
But it'd have to be something pretty high up there for that to happen.
Right. And I don't disagree with that part, because how many Americans do drugs? How many Americans, you know, have a few too many, get behind the wheel? Everybody makes a mistake. It's just one of those deals where my big thing was like what we just had with the asshole that, you know, shot somebody on a pier. Well, actually, I want your opinion on that. How would you feel now under those same not even same circumstances? You were sitting in your apartment and you were cleaning your gun, you racked one in, and bam, it went up and shot your neighbor. Do you feel endangered that you'd be automatically revoked just because that happened?
I don't feel endangered that I'd be revoked. You know, that brings up, we got Insight Freedom out there. He's got his giveaway going on. If you guys don't know about that, go check it out. But he's got his giveaway going on. It brings up a good point. Know your firearm. Know why you have it. And if you have it, train with it every damn day. You know, if you can. But train with it as much as possible and know why you have it and what you intend to use it for. You should not have a problem. Now, does it happen? Absolutely. It happens all the time.
Yep.
No, it don't happen all the time. But anyway, let's bring up the difference. Me, Blue, Rick, even the Scotsman here on a green card, on a visa, we all have firearms. A accidental discharge could well, let me take that back. A negligent discharge could happen. But we're a law-abiding citizen. See, the whole point, the whole thing that makes this the case with a Julia Stein, and I hope I got the name right, is this is a 5-time deported illegal immigrant that had a gun illegally, an illegal gun. That's the difference. This is a multiple felon motherfucker. You know, me, I've never had a felon. I've never even had a fucking misdemeanor, I don't think. I have had a ticket for not having my license with me while driving at 16. I don't know if that's I guess that's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's
anyway. You know, other than that, and I think my tag run out one time. Anyway, you know, there's a difference between a 5-time deported illegal immigrant and even the Scotsman who's here under a visa. He's a law-abiding citizen. If he had unintentional discharge. Right. Anyway. And a illegal alien here with a illegal firearm in his possession, and he shot it. I don't give a fuck if it was an accident. He should have not been here 5 times ago. There's a difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking point. Like, he should never have made it here time number fucking 2. Time number fucking 2, they should have took care of the fucking problem. Period.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Billy?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. I see you got a nice little CZ box, it looks like.
Yes, I do.
Why don't you pop the top?
Yeah, see what's in the box.
That's
What's in
right.
the box.
Oh,
What's in the fucking box?
You guys want the sneak preview, huh?
Ground power. Is that a 707?
It is a PO7.
Damn, that's the one I wanted.
Picked it up used at Field and Stream for $300. Never fired.
Shit.
Oh,
Nice,
they got
good deal,
more?
man. Ammo Mafia style.
Yep.
All right, I'm kicking.
I'll give you 350.
I'm kicking Billy off the chat.
I'll give you 350, Billy.
Yeah, I finally crossed over to the dark side.
Welcome.
Damn it. That's my next one.
My next one's a Shadow too, man.
I'm jumping right to the TSO after this one.
My
I was-
blood ain't that rich.
I was just going to go right to the TSO, but I couldn't. I saw this there yesterday, and I thought about it all night and went back this morning at 8:30 and took it home.
Nice score, Billy.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
I'm a little sad, but happy for you as well.
I was talking to Rob about it all night. he's like, oh man, he goes, it seems like a good deal. He goes, especially if it hasn't been shot much. And I sent him a picture of it, and I didn't even ask him to take it out of the case yesterday. And I went today and I took it apart, and it's still all full of copper on the inside. It's literally never been shot.
Damn.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
And they dropped the price that much. I mean, even for a used gun, most gun shops.
They had it in there at $399. I haggled with them a little, used a bunch of rewards points and shit like that, and walked out the door at $318. So they don't sell CZs there, so that might be why they don't know what they're worth. They actually had another one sitting there too, a 75B single action with the flat face trigger. It's not beat up, but it's definitely well used for $499.
What'd they have?
75B single action with the flat face trigger.
Yeah, they got that price too high, man. I normally in good condition, 350 to 400 max.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't beat up and scratched up, but you can tell it'd been fired a lot.
I'll give you 4 for it, Billy. You can send it this way.
I think what I'll do with this one is once I get the TSO, I'll do the 22 conversion on this one.
Or you can just send it south.
We'll see. If I don't love it, maybe in March it'll be yours.
If I have to wait that long to get one of those, it just may be.
He'll only sell it to you for $600.
No, I got the 20% discount coupon.
What I don't even know. What are they new? $549.
I can pick up
$429.
a PO7 new for about $420 to $440.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen them for $429.
Rob ain't here to defend me, but this gun here, this exact one, which, well, I know it's a clone. It's a genetic, whatever you want. This was at the very first Farmageddon 4 years ago. I was on a CZ bandwagon back then.
Long before everybody else.
Long before everybody else. I was like a CZ fan. I got my damn clone 359 or 349, whatever the fuck it was.
Here's the thing, TR, it's not a CZ.
Well, I got a CZ too. It's in the safe. But fuck you. That's like calling a Kimber is not a 1911.
It's not. Kimber's a piece of shit.
Fuck you. It's a clone.
Kimber's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Kimber used to make good guns back when they weren't.
All right, Remington, Sig Sauer. I don't give a fuck. Remington Rand. Remington Rand made guns for fucking the United States Army, Navy, everybody else. It's still a fucking 1911. It's a exact fucking clone.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my Sig full-size 1911 is way nicer than my Kimber I had.
Well, I've never shot a Kimber, so I don't know about that. But I'm just saying, in general, that the very first Farmageddon, me and Rob was the only YouTube guys there, and I've been to every one of them since. And this was the first gun I shot there.
No, I mean, they make a good clone, man. I'm not knocking them. They make a good clone. They're good guns.
They make a good gun, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Canik TP9 SFX I got, that thing's the real deal.
Yeah, I love the SA. The SA as well. It's a great gun.
I kind of wonder. I wonder if it ain't the same company that made the Turkish Mauser that I have, probably back in the 40s or 50s. I don't know, because this company makes military firearms. Canik. I don't give a damn how you pronounce it.
Hey, what's that thing where you cross state lines, TR, where you have a gun permit in this state and then you go to the other state? What's that called?
Reciprocity.
No, be quiet, Billy.
Billy, shut up.
I'm not going to say it because I can't.
Damn it.
And I've already had some liquor.
Billy.
I'm bad enough sober, and I've already been drinking this.
That still looks pretty.
What's that stuff called? The Beaver Hunter? What is that?
Canadian Hunter. It's good shit, man.
TR, can I make an announcement real quick? I don't know if this is new since I was back last week, since I missed last week or not. You guys out in the side comments, keep making comments, keep doing everything else. But if you drop the F-bomb or a couple swear words or mention drugs, it has to automatically be approved by one of the moderators. So unless you have to say it, don't, because it's a pain in the ass. I'm sitting here like, approve this message, yes or no?
It automatically approves. You can stop it from saying it, but you can just leave it alone. It'll go through.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. I was like, shit, this is being a pain in the ass tonight.
Yeah. It says allow or block, but if you just don't do anything, eventually it just lets it go through.
Yeah, it'll just let it go through. It gives you time to stop it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Just like HMR Weapons just put up, all it said was, damn drink on live TV must be a fucking trip, and it needed to be approved, and somebody must have hit it immediately.
No, you don't have to hit it.
You just leave it alone. It'll go through.
Okay, cool.
Freaking cops don't pay attention for shit.
Fuck, I've never seen this before. This is a first.
Fuck, they only shoot guns when they qual. That's it, man.
Exactly.
That's it,
Exactly. All right.
They got attorneys.
Just to prove it, no moderators do anything. Somebody say pussy. And let's just see if it eventually goes through.
I nominate Insight Freedom.
Insight Freedom, say pussy. Or I like pussy.
Or I like big fucking pussy.
And speaking
I like
of
them little, big, it don't fucking matter.
Not showing. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch coming up now. You
nobody do anything. Let's see if they show up.
I'm not touching nothing.
All right, enough of them. That's good.
Holy crap.
We do appreciate our side chat.
Sometimes
Here's
you
this
guys are
chat.
assholes. I'm not gonna lie.
Few people have spelling issues.
They're trying to type too fast.
I hit the buck that I got. I freaking hit that son of a bitch 150 yards a neck shot, and it was a planned neck shot because it was a small rack. So it was like, yeah, if I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. I'm like, I'm gonna hit this bitch in the neck. Pull up, I'm like, boom, and it dropped. I'll tell you what. I was kind of pissed. I actually hit it because it was so small. But
You know what?
Actually, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You do have to. Somebody does have to hit
never mind.
show
Here, I'll hit show.
because
Wow.
I didn't realize somebody was actually hitting those buttons. I just thought eventually.
Who's been doing that? Someone's been doing that the whole time.
J. Greg, for the most part, and whenever I actually pay attention, I've been hitting some of them. But
Wow. I guess I was wrong. Sorry. I've been wrong all
I'm
my
wrong
time.
too. Let me go back up and find. Okay, Juice. He did that. Let me give me a minute. Quit posting stuff, and I'll try to.
What do you got us on a PG-13 chat now or what?
Hold on. We have someone in the side chat that says pussy and they're gay. Jan, you have a problem. Don't try to act like you don't.
There you go.
you're gonna.
Hey, you guys need to hit the thumbs up button because there's 58 watching and 23 thumbs ups.
That's because people are trying to figure out what the hell we're doing right now.
Well, let's just bring some clarity to the whole show.
Oh, here we go.
California machine gun right
I've
here.
been watching this for weeks.
There we go. Boom. CZ.
Already done my gun check. How's my CZ?
Organic. Canic. Genetic.
It's a Kanikazine.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that TP9 SFX. That thing's a sweet gun.
I got one guy I know. He shoots one of those each Thursday. It's a sweet ass gun.
I thought you were talking about my Crossman, whatever the hell this thing is.
That's pretty badass too, man.
It's a wrist rocket, buddy.
I used to be pretty good with one of those.
And that's the part that's fun. Like I remember as a kid, that was like your number one. You had to find the biggest rubber bands with the nice thick Y branch, and you made your own. Kids don't do that shit anymore. I mean, that's
now they got that pocket shot, the one that the fat man uses in his videos. That thing's bad as fuck.
I got one of those. It works well.
Oh yeah. That's a Red Rider there, Big Johnson.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch those Red Riders, man. Those are dangerous fucking things.
Shoot your eye out, kid.
All right, we've gotten an older panel on here tonight. Have you guys, and I've got kids, and this is the only reason why I probably am still up on this. Have you guys noticed how like all the Charlie Brown specials, like Christmas special, Thanksgiving special, the Halloween specials, they put them on like at the beginning of the month, and like whenever you get closer to the actual season, they're non-existent on like network TV. Have you guys noticed that?
I did notice that.
I don't watch TV.
I don't have TV, so I can't answer that question.
Damn.
Yeah, why are you calling 357 old?
I don't know. It just feels like network TV is ripping away my fucking childhood and putting in stupid ass cartoons that my kids like. I don't understand it.
I used to like the Rudolph
Christmas Story on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, 24 hours of a Christmas Story.
All right, I'm not a trainer. I'm not a gun guru by no means, but I keep seeing people. I'm changing the subject a little bit. Sorry, Blue.
That's all right.
Appendix carry. I do not like that for many, many, many reasons. And I want to get your guys' take on it. And I don't know if I can, because I don't have a holster to do appendix carry.
I think it's way easier to conceal a firearm appendix style, but it's way more uncomfortable because, well, at least for my body shape, because I got a little belly.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say this. I don't know about how many of you out there want a gun pointing at your junk, but I do not want a gun pointing at my junk, no matter how well trained I am.
I'll have to get somebody to, I might get Tool Monkey or my buddy Jeff to help me with this. In a self-defense situation, even though I don't want a gun pointed at my dick, just in case, I don't have a holster for it. Here's my biggest pet peeve with an appendix carry. I don't know if I can do this on a live chat. All right, I got my gun, appendix carry. Somebody comes at me. I go to reach for my gun. All right. My hand and my arm and my body's in front of them. What if they come at me and they push against me? I can't pull my gun out. They got my hand. All right. We'll say a traditional carry back here where I would normally carry my gun. I always carry my gun. The guy comes at me. Whatever he does, I got this arm to fight. I got this arm. I turn away from him with my body, with my hand. I can pull my gun and do this. With appendix carry, if I realize you got an appendix carry and I reach for my gun, I can stop you from pulling your gun. If nothing else, that is one reason you should never appendix carry. And that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a gun guru. I'm not anything.
No, and that's a really good point.
If you put your weapon in front of your foe and they can prevent you from pulling your weapon, I don't give a fuck if it's a knife, a gun, or whatever. You put yourself in a bad situation. You want your weapon away from them so you can put your body in your hands, your arms, your elbows, whatever, and then draw your weapon. You don't want to put your weapon in front of them to prevent you from pulling it.
And you're right on, TR. As coming from a perspective of someone that is trained in different arts, if it's right in front of me, I can take it down pretty damn fast. One of the first things you learn is how to move your body, turn your body away from your opponent. So it's one of the first things you learn if you ever take any martial art whatsoever. If they don't start teaching you right off the bat how to move, how to turn and get away and avoid, don't go there. There's something wrong. You want to learn how to turn, avoid, and then get in and take care of business. So to TR's point, he's right on, because if it's right in front of me, I can stop you 10 ways to Sunday.
That's one of the reasons.
There's pluses and minuses for sure.
One of the reasons too that even if I'm carrying one of my normal carry guns in the like 5 o'clock position, I still keep that LCP2 in my pocket either way. And a lot of times I just carry the LCP2. And what I love about that gun is I can literally have that gun pointed at you in my pocket and you don't even know it. And I've actually, up north at our property, I've actually taken old pairs of pants and practiced firing that gun from my pocket through a pair of pants, and it works.
You got a video on that, Billy?
I have not taken a video of that. It was before I started doing videos.
Oh, I was going to say that'd be pretty cool.
But I can definitely shoot you in the dick, no problem.
I know. Well, when you're in a vehicle or you're on your back, you know, you lose a lot of options in getting your firearm. But like if you're in a car, you know, and you got your seatbelt on, I think the accessibility is a little better. But you see a lot of the guys like you got to admit, Instructor Zero is one badass motherfucker, right? He carries appendix. You got what's the Poet Society guy? Really cool dude. There's a lot of good instructors, knowledgeable, well-trained guys, and I think the majority of them carry appendix. I don't like it because of comfort, but I know you can protect people from getting to your firearm a lot easier when it's in front of you. You can keep an eye on your firearm a lot easier when it's in front of you. You know, if you're at the grocery store and you have it at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you really can't see it. You really can't protect it. Yeah, John Lovell, really knowledgeable guy. So I don't know. There's pluses and minuses. I guess it's depending how you practice. Me, if my six-pack was back and my insulation was gone a little bit, it'd be much more comfortable to carry that way. But I really think you have to weigh out the options. But when you're hiding a firearm, I think the best is definitely appendix carry.
Yeah, you watch those
for not printing.
Watch those commercials on the Urban Carry holster. Wow, those are amazing.
Fuck that thing.
That is the biggest fucking joke of all time.
I know.
What do you? The footsteps of a Navy SEAL, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you would have to train. You maybe if I went through some courses, they could train me to carry appendix carry better. But I've always carried right here.
Yep.
It's a little bit to the behind me. That's where I carry. Because I feel like if somebody flipped up their shirt and they were assaulting me, if they flipped up their shirt and all of a sudden I seen their gun, the first thing I would do, I would just grab their fucking hand. And I'm not a martial arts. I mean, if the guy had enough fucking training, he had martial arts training, and he could fucking stop me from doing that, he would probably not be fucking robbing me to start with. Okay.
Oh, well, let's just go into kind of some of that. So, like, if you have your hand right here and you go to draw, for example, there's so many things that I can do with your arm in this position. It's not even funny. Like, there is so many different things that I could do that would take you down pretty damn fast.
Yeah, but then
I would rather turn my body and have it at 3:30, 4 o'clock position. I'd rather turn and put my arm out of the way to grab my gun.
All right, kids. Keep the conversation going. I got to say a quick good night because I got to go hunting in the morning. Got to get the boy up and get going. So I'm going to cut out a little bit early. Have a great chat. Catch y'all next time.
Good luck out there, Blue.
Absolutely. We need it.
Take it easy, brother. Have a good one,
man.
All right. Good night.
Hey, Blue.
Well, I'm just saying with my limited training, I would rather have my gun a little bit behind me, turn my body, twist my body, and I'll have, even if it's my weak hand, this is my weak hand. I would rather fight you off with my weak hand and be able to pull my gun, and do this. Because if it's in front of me, even if I turn my body,
turn right there. Same thing.
Even if I turn my body, the guy can still reach for me because I got to reach in front of me. No matter what I do, my hand is going to be in front of me. No, I'm trying to fight them off, but my gun's right here, and I don't give a damn what you say. Well, for me, this is not a comfortable, for the most part. I don't even understand how anybody appendix carries. That just makes no fucking sense to me. But anyway, I still got my weapon is in front of me. No matter what I do, it's right here. If I turn completely around, he can still reach around. He can still reach around and grab my arm or whatever. But if my arm is completely behind me, there's no way in fucking hell he can reach around my entire fucking body to stop my arm from pulling the gun out and shooting from the hip.
The one thing cool about, and I carry the same way, I'm like probably 3:30, 4 o'clock is my best, most comfortable position. But the what's cool about that position is like when you got a guy that's basically, you know, he has a knife and he says, "Give me your wallet." It looks more natural when you kind of blade your body sideways and reach for your wallet, which happens to shoot lead.
Yeah, besides the fact that with my body type, that's where I got to carry is 4:30, 5 o'clock area. That's the other reason I do it too, is because somebody asks me for my wallet, they're going to get it.
Yep. Here you go. I'll give you the pin. I'll give you the pin code. And I've heard that when you're going to do that, right? You know how you do the you got to kind of look at my eyes. So the guy's right here, right? He's looking at me straight on. As you're doing that, you're going to be like, you're going to look over like something has happened over here, like a police is showing up or something, like where you're more worried about that. And that's going to get him to turn or her to turn. You know, just enough to give you an extra half second.
Yeah, you want to do whatever you can to distract that particular person, that threat. You want to do what you can to distract them. So like with kids, for example, you know, we teach them different things about, you know, stranger danger, you know, scream, yell, stay back, you know, have their hands up in front of them, stuff like that. Same thing. When it comes to that, you want to do whatever you can to distract that person and attract attention from other people around you to that situation.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just like if I thought Jen is gay, I would probably call stranger danger.
I'm not a trained professional, but this is how I've been all weekend. All weekend, this is how I carry. All right. Gun just a little bit behind me. You know, so like I said, I know I'm not in full frame here, but if somebody came after me, I got this arm to fight them back. I kick my shirt back. There's no way they can touch my hand. They're in front of me. And I can do this. If the gun is here, even turning, my hand is still here, and they may slip up and grab my hand here and then blow my dick off. You know, I mean, I just don't give a fuck what. If you like appendix carry, if you're great at it, if you're trained at it, if you want to point your gun at your dick and you want to defend that, there's nothing better than defending your dick. But I want to defend my life. So I'm going to put it back here, and I'm going to turn my body completely away from you. I'm going to fight you with this arm, and you can do whatever you can do your meth head, whatever fucking fight you want, but I'm going to come back at you like this. I ain't got to aim. I ain't got to fucking point. That's all I'm doing is pointing. And make sure I don't blow my computer up. And then I can do this.
Now you want to check it?
Well, yeah, I've already checked it like 3 times, but I just want to check it again.
No, but I mean,
I have been drinking.
you bring up a good point though, TR. You know, if you do have it here and they do stop you, depending on what they know, if they know the right pressure point, they could literally make you pull that trigger.
Well, more than likely you're gonna come across a crackhead. You're gonna come across a fucking meth head. You're gonna come across somebody very desperate. They don't know fucking martial arts. If you're coming across somebody that's trained and blah 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 whatever, more than likely they wouldn't be fucking attacking you to start with. So all you need is a little bit of training, a little bit of practice, and you can probably take down any threat that ever comes to you. I'm not going to come across the gun guru of YouTube or whatever, and he's trying to rob me for the $20 that's in my fucking wallet. That's not going to happen. I'm going to come across the fucking meth head that don't even know what fucking day it is, don't know if it's night or day. He don't know. All he knows is he wants another fucking hit of meth. That's the guy I'm going to run across. Or a fucking gang member or whatever it is. They're not trained. All I need is a little bit of training. I mean, I want all the training I can get. I want all the practice I can get. But I'm not coming across fucking Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is not going to try to fucking mug me in a fucking alley.
No, but here's the thing. You got to think about this too. That guy that is drugged up or is drunk, their resilience to different things is higher. Their tolerance is higher because of what they're on. So you can do all kinds of shit, and they will still be able to stand there and take it because their resilience is a lot higher because of what they're on.
Okay, prime example. Why do I want my weapon in front of me where they could overpower me and take that weapon from me, or at least keep me from using that weapon? I want that weapon away from them, far as possible, and at least let me give a little blockade. I don't give a fuck if it's a pocket knife. I don't want them access to it. I don't want them to hinder me to get to that weapon.
No, and
I mean,
that's the biggest point.
I've watched guys do appendix carry and do shooting scenarios, and it looks cool as shit. But I'm like, all I gotta do is like, boom, put my hand on your arm, and you can't draw your fucking firearm. Now you're fucking shit in a fight. Somebody argue with me, please. Go ahead.
No, it's
I
true.
will.
It's just like
I will.
if you are within X amount of feet of me and I can get to your gun, I can put your gun out of battery.
I don't even have to put your gun out of battery. I just have to put it out of use.
No, but I'm just making a point. I'm just saying, like, you're right on. Like, if you're close enough at that point where that person's coming at you, whatever it may be, that situation, if you're that close, you know, and say you manage to get your gun out, I can put your gun out of battery. It don't take much to put a gun out of battery.
What?
And that's why 9 times out of 10, if you ever see me, I got one of these on my hip.
What is
You
that?
can't put that on the fucking
I saw
battery.
that. Was that on Lonesome Dove, or what was that on?
But I'm just saying that if even with a revolver, if you get in a close enough situation and you go to pull it, and somebody can put their hand on it, and they can prevent you from pulling it, that gun is nothing. I mean, it's not even a club at that point because you can't pull it out. If they're preventing you from pulling your firearm, what good is it? I'm kind of saying I don't approve. Well, I am definitely saying I don't approve of appendix carry, and I'm not saying I'm an expert or whatever, but I just don't get it from any point of view. I don't care what fucking training video you seen on how it's better. I'm telling you, it can be defeated. If I get close enough to you before you realize I'm a threat, I will keep you from pulling your gun, and I can get you on the ground and, you know, whatever.
Okay, here's my argument. Here's my argument. If I grab your arm, shove my shoulder on you, I will get you on the fucking ground and beat you to a fucking bloody pulp, and you will never be able to pull your fucking firearm. All right, you ready for devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
All right. So I would say that you are more likely to get your gun taken away from you having it in the 4 o'clock, 5 to 6 o'clock position because you don't have eyes in the back of your head. You're going to see when someone's coming up to you, right? And if they're a bad person, you're hopefully going to react faster. Now you got to remember, I carry the same way because I got a belly and it's not comfortable. But I believe that you'd be more likely to get your gun taken away from you, like at a convenience store. You're getting ready to buy something, where someone can reach around and grab your gun, and you only have one arm to fight it off or to try to protect your gun. Where here you'd have two. So I don't know. That's why I give you the devil's advocate.
Let me play devil's advocate on you. Now you bring up a whole nother conversation because now you're talking about you need to realize perception and understand your surroundings. It's all about training. Now you're bringing up training because you have to train and know your surroundings and know what's behind you and understand your situation that you're in.
No, I'll break it down even simpler. That's the whole reason to be concealed carry. They don't know you got a gun on you.
Well, you're hoping they don't.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're concealed carry, yeah, I know I do print from time to time. You know, I could bend over to pick up something and somebody might realize I got a gun. But if they don't know what to look for, they probably don't realize it. But in the end, at the end of the day, I'm concealed carry, period. I can't open carry in South Carolina. So when my gun's behind me, it's concealed. Nobody knows it's there but me, unless somebody, Rick, you, Scotsman, Billy, you may see me twist around in the Walmart and like, hey, that motherfucker's got a gun. You may see that. But the meth head that's probably going to rob me, he ain't got a fucking clue.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I carry that way for comfort. I carry that way for ease of draw, mostly comfort. But I don't know. I see there being pluses and minuses to everything.
Not to mention the only people that can really comfortably appendix carry are people TR's size.
Yeah.
You got any kind of Dunlap's disease going on, you ain't doing it.
Well, hey, as skinny as I am, I'm telling you, I cannot appendix carry. That shit's uncomfortable as fuck.
Well, that's
the only way I can fucking carry is behind my back.
Full-size cannon, that's why.
I mean, well, I don't give a shit. Unless you're carrying a fucking Dillinger, there's no way you can comfortably carry appendix.
All right, so let's just. I'm kind of like TR. I'm a lot skinnier. Even if I was to carry my Model 60, I would not fucking put it right here. It ain't fucking comfortable. I don't care. I don't want it in front of me. I want it at the fucking 330 to 430 position. It's more comfortable for me. It works better. I train that way every damn day. That's what I like. Period.
The Real Cobra Burnout asked, what do we think about shoulder and ankle carry?
Well, I carry in a shoulder rig. I have a 44 mag. I carry it in a shoulder rig all the time, especially at this time of the year, winter carry. One of the ones I carry every day. I love carrying in a shoulder rig.
I got a shoulder rig for when I ride a motorcycle. I've never ankle carried, so I can't say on that. Ankle carry, I would think, is more of a backup firearm, not a primary.
I'm still waiting for my white Blazer before I can get my shoulder rig.
I used to back up ankle carry a Beretta 32. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I haven't tried the ankle.
That was before they came out with really good pocket holsters and really tiny guns.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
I
That's
kind of
where-
think of you know, maybe I got the wrong point of view of it. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. I kind of think of carrying the firearm. It's close to a competition, not rig, but a ease of a draw, quick draw, and you know, being aware of your surroundings. That's why, like I said, I carry a little bit. I guess it'd be 4 or 5 o'clock. That's where I carry. Is that what it'd be? Yeah, 4 or 5 o'clock. Because it's a natural draw. I can turn my body. I can defend my gun. And what Rick brought up is somebody coming behind you and pulling the gun. Well, if they don't know you got a gun, they're not fucking pulling the gun. They're not fucking looking for it because they don't know you got it on you. That's the whole point of being it's concealed carry. They don't know you have a gun.
But again, it just brings up training. Train. You have to train. If you're going to carry a gun, train. Learn. Get this shit down. Know what you're doing. Know what to do when something comes up.
My cousin's husband is an NRA instructor, teaches CPL classes. Pretty good shooter. Guy's insane. He carries 4 pistols every day.
4?
4.
Wow.
4 pistols, and extra mags for them all.
That's committed, man. I'm too lazy for that.
Yeah, anything after 2 is paranoid.
Is what? Too prepared?
Paranoid.
Oh, paranoid. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I mightn't have, you know, a rifle and a fucking other gun and a dash of the truck. But far as on me, you know, 2 is about max.
Yeah, if I gotta have 2, I might as well just carry a rifle and a pistol.
Yeah, I like that 7.5-inch AR pistol. Fits nicely in the console of my truck.
Yeah. Damn, 4 pistols.
Yeah, he wears like underclothes, suspenders, you know, and all that shit.
Damn.
Most I ever have on me is 2. I still got to have plenty of freedom of movement. So if I have to use my hands, whatever, I want to have plenty of freedom of movement.
Yeah, I always ask him, what's it like when you got to take a shit in public?
A chore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a freaking pain in the ass.
Yeah, Land says he puts four guns in the truck every day. Well, 4 guns in the truck every day is different than actually having 4 guns actually physically on you.
Yeah.
You know, I two for me is the max.
Yeah, 1 on the hip, 1 in the
Need
pocket.
to though, because then you're still at 12 rounds.
Yeah, but when I'm doing that, I got 357 and 44 mag. I don't need anything else. If it takes more than that to take someone down, I'm fucked.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're 12 rounds, you should be good, and you don't have to reload. You
Yep.
still got to carry all that shit though.
New York reload. New York reload. Drop the gun, grab the next gun.
Grind power.
Ground power.
We have open carry in Michigan, and occasionally I'll strap the Glock 10mm on and open carry.
That 10mm.
10mm is a badass round, dude.
Yeah, especially when you have a Glock 20 with 15 rounds of it.
Oh, that ain't shit, man. I'm trust me. My next gun that I'm looking at is the Rock Island. That baby holds fucking almost 18 rounds of 10mm.
The double stack Rock Island.
Double stack 1911, baby.
Coda Boy has the 45, and that fucker is beefy.
It's a beefy gun, but it's got a lot of power behind it.
Yeah.
You need that beefiness.
It's a good
I
bear
want
gun.
to eventually. We don't have open carry in South Carolina, but I want them to, if they ever do, pass open carry. Actions into Walmart and doing a video.
That
Come
would
to
be
North
pretty
Carolina.
badass, man.
Yeah, I can come up to North Carolina and do that.
Hey, I'll film you from like down the aisle so people can like look at you all. What the fuck?
We have this.
What you need to film is when the cops show up because someone freaks out and goes, "He's got a gun."
Yeah.
It used to be
Am I detained?
pretty
Am I detained?
taboo. It used to be pretty taboo here, but I usually, it used to be like I'd go a year and I'd see like one or two people. Now I probably see a few people a week.
Well, I mean, it's open carry here too, where I'm at, but it's frowned upon, which is kind of strange, but it's frowned upon. There's not very many people that open carry out here, and you see them every now and then, but you can definitely see the people that are giving them weird looks. And I've done it a few times, and I get weird looks every time I do it.
Yep.
That's because you got 9 inches of barrel hanging past your shirt.
Hey, man, bigger's better.
Yeah, I've had people ask me, "Are you a cop?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I'm a citizen on patrol.
I tell you that probably one of the best moments that ever happened for me was when I was up in Georgia, and I was open carrying because it's an open carry state. I was out there, I was open carrying, and I was in a Kroger shopping, and I walk out, and as I'm walking out in the parking lot, this lady walks up to me, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Thank you so much for what you're doing right now." And I'm like, "You're welcome. It's just doing what the proper person in America should do. That's what we do. We take care of our own."
Yeah, we have a lot of douchebags in Michigan that like to do it and take videos of it and try to draw attention to themselves and put them on YouTube. And you get these jackoffs that walk down our main road here near my house with ARs on their back, and then people start calling the cops, and then the cops come up and they're like, "Oh, am I being detained? Because I don't have to show you any ID and blah 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 unless you're detaining me." And it's that shit that pisses me off.
Yeah, and that shit really pisses me off too, because they put a bad name on our community. They really fucking do. They put a badass name on our community and not the name that we want. And that's where these liberals fucking jump on that shit and start going, "Well, they shouldn't have an AR-15. They shouldn't have this. They shouldn't have that." Because these dumbasses are walking down the fucking street with an AR-15.
That's the reason why we lost open carry in California, is because they weren't giving out permits, concealed permits. So we had all these dumbasses walking along the beaches, protesting and shit. Then the people freaked out. Then they got it voted on that we weren't allowed to freaking open carry anymore.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I would be okay with if the open carry law was pistols only, and meaning not meaning AR pistols.
Racist.
Hey, there's no reason to walk down the street.
You realize you're on a TR chat. You can't bring none of your fucking PC bullshit over here, Belly.
That's it. Off to the timeout room.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just no reason for it. At least not for the reason of drawing attention to yourself to prove a point.
But that's the point, though. That's exactly what they're trying to do. It's all about bringing attention to them and to whatever channel they may have and all that bullshit.
Yeah, WCF SoCal said we couldn't have it loaded either. Forgot about that. You couldn't have a loaded open carry.
That's
you had
the
to carry-
problem with it. They're trying to make a statement, but they're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Second Amendment, you can carry a fucking AR-15, a musket, a M1 Garand, a howitzer, a fucking M1 tank. I don't give a fuck. That
Bazooka.
actually should be your First Amendment right. But,
Yeah.
okay, we're in the political environment that we are. If you walk down the street with a AK-47 or an AR, and then all of a sudden you say, well, I don't have to show you my fucking ID, and I don't have to, you know, that puts a bad light on us.
Yep.
Because if I'm a legal citizen doing a legal thing, I ain't got to hide shit.
That's right.
You know,
Yep,
okay, here's my ID. How you doing, officer? I'm just exercising my Second Amendment right. Here's my ID. Here's this, here's that. And they say, oh, okay. And you're good. But they do that shit for fucking not fear factor, but they're just doing it for fucking YouTube views.
That's all they're doing it for. It's like, okay, so when I was in Georgia, for example, the amount of times that cops would walk up to me because I had a revolver on my hip and be like, "Hey, what are you carrying? You know, we need to talk to you, friend. What are you carrying? You know," and start asking me questions about what I'm carrying just because they're not used to seeing people carrying a revolver. I could have filmed so much shit that I never filmed of cops walking up to me and doing all this kinds of shit. That's not what I'm about. That's not what it's for. You know, we got to put a good light on the community. That's what we're here for. Promote a good light.
I mean, I don't appreciate the government having my fingerprint, my name, my address, and all that. I do feel like that's a Fourth Amendment right that they violated. But at the same time, I joined the fucking military, so all that shit's on record already. So if a police officer asks me what my name is, asks me for my ID, it's too late for me to be off grid. Fuck it. Here you go, officer. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to know it, here it is. And call me a sellout, call me whatever. I don't give a shit. But I'm already on record. They already got my fingerprints. They already got all this shit.
I'm the same way, TR. When they walk up to me, I pretty much have to tell them everything. They already got my fingerprints. They got everything about me. So what's the fucking point in hiding it? Here's who I am. Here's my ID. Fuck it. Take it.
Yeah, I just want to get about my day.
You know, it's
instead of spending
all my shit. So
30 minutes on bullshit.
Yeah, you're trying to be a sovereign citizen is just nothing but making an ass out of yourself.
I'm traveling. Dumb motherfucker. You were driving on the road. No, I'm traveling. I watched one of those the other day. I'm like, just fucking beat his ass.
Aren't they stupid? The sovereign citizens. Oh my God.
Just zap them.
Yeah, just fucking beat the shit out of them. Take them to jail. You won't
say,
hurt
since you're not a citizen, I'm gonna Rodney King your ass.
All right, guys. 11:30. That's late enough for me. I don't know if it's been 2 hours, but it's been fucking close enough. And I gotta go to sleep and go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna start with Billy. Would you like to do an outro? And if you got anything going on, Billy, you go ahead and you fucking promote the shit out of it.
No, I ain't got nothing going on, man. I'm with you. I got to get to bed and get to work. So thanks for having me on, and I'll see you all later this week.
All right, cool, man. Rick, is your six covered? Would you like to do an outro?
I would love to. Thanks everybody for showing up and supporting TR's channel. You guys out in the external are awesome. Appreciate you showing up. And other than that, make sure you get over to Bald and Curious's channel. where he has an awesome giveaway going for C-Max, and so does the Scotsman, but I'm sure he might say a little bit about it. So other than that, you guys take care. Stay safe.
All right. The Scotsman, what do you got going on?
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me on as always. Just kind of like Rick said, go over, check out Bald and Curious. He has a big giveaway going on for C-Max. I jumped in. I did have something planned already. And because of Ball doing what he's doing, I just threw what I had going on in the pot. So we got quite the big giveaway going on. Check that out. Other than that, I got a couple of reviews hopefully coming up this week sometime. And then other than that, I still a little blew a video. I know it's taking a while. I would like to try and get out to Daniel's so that I can do a range video with it and show everything that I'm trying to talk about in the best way possible. So I'm working with Daniel right now to try and get out there so I can do that. But other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, cool. Definitely check out Bald and Curious, and we're continuing with the C-Max giveaway. Not giveaway, but we're pushing to help a fellow YouTuber go through some hard times. And please support it. If you can't, that's okay. I'm not begging for money. But if we can help out a fellow YouTuber, it's always a good thing. I've been touched by it, and I understand it, and I got my 100% support. So with that, let's end this. Let me go to bed. I gotta get some sleep. Gotta go to work tomorrow. And good night, everybody. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. And as always, y'all have a hell of a fucking conversation going on the side chat, and it's cool to watch. I try to keep my little second eye over there on it, and it's cool to watch and fun to watch. So, good night, everybody.